Okay. I think that's good enough. Alright, let's go. Hi, Perium. We are doing... we're doing dailies. Oh, we're doing dailies, and I'm gonna have a stroke is what I'm gonna do. Oh, why did I have to get a cold? Why did I have to get the flu? I'm gonna kill myself. Yay, coming stream. Yeah, I'm having a stroke. I'm having a stroke. One of these days, I will not have a stroke. That day is not today. Choking stream? Oh yeah, choking stream. I didn't even go to the right fucking quest marker. Sorry, autocorrect. That is okay. Autocorrect is a beast in of itself. And it should probably die. You know what I did is, well, actually. Not here. What I did was I was gonna actually skip tonight again because I was like, I don't know if I feel up for it, but then I was like, but I wanna stream. I don't care, I wanna stream. So I'm doing it. It's a bad idea, but I should do it. But I'm doing it. I'm doing it. So I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I was like, I miss streaming. I miss it a little bit. Yeah, it is surprising how long a cold can take me out for, but apparently that's where I'm at in my life. Is I have the immune system of a fucking piece of paper. Back to IDV streams? Or maybe. Maybe I do IDV stream. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see, we'll see. 6 a.m. duos. I've been doing the 2 and 3 a.m. duos. Sorry, not duos. The 2 and 3 a.m. Ranked. I've been doing those a lot. Because normally when I work, I have to skip the regular rank time that I do. So that might be viable, actually, for me to just start doing that. And I stream that sometimes. Ooh, yeah, because unfortunately, a good portion of IDV rank times happen during when people fucking work. During when we work, motherfucker. So I've had to start doing stuff at like fucking 2 a.m. I've got an alarm for 11 or 10 to 11 a.m. so that I wake up in time for rank. Or just stream late night dailies. Yeah. Well, eventually I want to go back to Minecraft because I want to play Minecraft again. And I want to do Undertale. That's a lot of effort, yeah. Yeah, I do want to do Undertale, eventually. Unfortunately, coughing right now makes reading RPG dialogue really bad. I don't want to do that right now. Yay, pacifist route, let's go. Pacifist route! Yeah. Did you see the latest Digital Circus episode? Actually, I did not, but apparently it's wild. Apparently people are really having a time with that one. Because I've been doing a lot of Minecraft stuff recently, a lot of the people that do Minecraft stuff have also been freaking out over it, and that's how I heard about it. Ooh, yeah. I I don't know anything about the digital circus, but it does seem interesting. Maybe when it finishes, I'll watch the whole thing in one go. Maybe. I don't know. Okay, thank you, thank you. Oh my god, what the fuck? What am I doing? I didn't read the mechanics of this thing. I don't know what the fuck you want from me. What am I doing again? Oh, fuck, that's right. Okay, thank you. Yeah, You and your stupid camera. No? Okay. The way people hyped it up, I thought it'd be worse, but I was just like, oh. I feel like a lot of times, like, whenever you get those, like, really big reactions of, like, people go, oh my god, this is crazy! Or like, oh my god, this is so bad! You're just like, I feel like there's a lot of things that I've seen where I'm like, man, this isn't as bad as people made it out to be. What angle do you want me to see this guy at? What the hell? What angle? What the fuck? Do you have a badge or not? You don't even have a fucking badge. I wasted my time. I wasted my time trying to get a picture of that. Do you have a motherfucking badge? You don't have a motherfucking badge. Okay. What about you? Trying to figure it out. This one looks different. He looked different. That's a blue one. That badge is blue. He a little different than the other ones. Why you got blue? Becky want blue? Why do I have to get a cold? Why did I have to get a cold? I don't wanna. Why do I have to get a cold? It sucks too! Because it's always the cough. It's always a fucking cough that sticks around for 2 billion years after I'm actually done with the rest of the cold. It's just like, your entire esophagus is gonna be filled with mucus. Yippee! I'm gonna fucking kill myself is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna lose my shit. I'm gonna fly myself to evolution's doorstep. I don't fucking know. I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it. Jesus Christ. I've also got to start drawing. I need to draw again. It's been a while since I've drawn, and I want to draw. I'm gonna kill myself. Why can't I draw? Ugh. So many things that I want to do. Do a drawing game mode thing. Help me get better. I don't know how a game mode would work. How would that work? I've got a thing that I wanted to do for a really long time, but I haven't done it yet. And I should maybe do it eventually, but it's gotten to the point where I'm like, oh, maybe I should not even like make full illustrations of like, you know, backgrounds. I think like garlic phone. Oh, garlic phone. Yeah. Pictionary. Yeah. I need to figure out how to configure my tablet to Gartic phone is what I need to figure out, because last time I tried it didn't work too well. It kept thinking that I was being stupid and clicking the whole time. And that's not what I was trying to do. I was just doing things. I know you can do that. You can use tablet, I'm pretty sure. I don't know how, because when I tried it with PC, I will specify this was on PC. I tried to do a pen tablet with PC, and it fucking shat itself, being like, "You're clicking the whole time." I'll be using my mouse. I've been using my mouse one time, and let's be honest. When you go into Gartic phone, your art style just drops immensely. Because it really is just like, you have to get it done as fast as possible. And you don't have time to make it look good. You just gotta go, brother. It does. Yeah. It's like one of those like drawing with your left hand things, right? Like the drawing with your left hand challenges or whatever the fuck. Like, look. Eventually it just gets to a point where you just gotta press go, man. Who cares? I need a reference image to copy. Then I'm okay. Fair enough, I suppose. What the fuck is the evidence you want me to collect? What evidence? What? What? I don't understand. I don't understand. What? When the house is there's nothing here! There's fucking nothing here! What did you want me to collect? What? I don't understand. Huh? Okay, what? There should be a mark. Okay, I'm guessing you want me to look at this too? Fucking, what is this spot the difference bullshit? What the hell? No, stop that. We're going back to this. Okay. Okay, so what's different here? What? There wasn't this here, is that it? Do you want me to focus on this motherfucking basket? Okay. I feel so dumb whenever they do these stupid ass events. I swear to God. Oh my God. I feel like my IQ just dropped like 7 points. What the hell? Not that I had a lot of IQ to begin with, but let's be real. Ay. What I have to do is I have to start getting myself back into the swing of like a regular fucking sleep schedule, because that cold really fucking knocked me out. And then on top of that, I had interviews that I had to travel 5 billion miles for, and that fucks up my sleep schedule even more. So right now my sleep schedule is a mess. I need to get it back in shape. I need to actually try this time.
意外不是问题，问题在于能否拿出对抗。
有你这样的人来说对抗意外，难免有点讽刺。
哦，看来我一辈子设了这么多局，终于倒也不意外。临时收买的家伙靠不住，也不是一次两次。本人黑田领主罗威。
Okay, yes, and the more I try, the worse it gets. Yeah. Yeah, I genuinely, I think I need a hard reset is what I need to. I need to just stay up all day and then go to sleep at like a respectable time. And then I will fix it. And then I fix it. And it'll be okay.
摧毁了几十年来枫丹最大的摩拉除痕集团。
黑钱领主，明明说话还挺礼貌的，没想到是个坏透了的东西。
请别说笑话，您真觉得我会束手就擒？
相当平静了，你明白自己走投无路。
2个月以来，我眼睁睁看着你和埃德勒一步步瓦解我的组织。我被你们斩去了4肢，剜掉了双眼，刺穿了骨膜，竭力挣扎都无济于事。
所以，你想来的鱼？
哎呀，我那财富的高，我再也没法洗干净，哪怕印，我不喜欢徒劳无功，哪怕只让一。
居然是发条机关，我
花大价钱从黑不劳你出手，这段时间已经有了你。他想为自己的末路添加戏剧化的注脚，同我清算个人恩怨，那就让他如愿，输得彻底。
Oh, jeez. Okay, thank you, thank you. I don't know why you think this would be a good idea. I genuinely don't know why, because this is one of the more cracked characters in Genshin Impact. This is Coughing Baby versus Hydrogen Bomb, is what it is. I was thinking of making emotes, but I don't know what people want. Or WYCH. What's WYCH? I need money for IDV skins. That's so real. That's so fucking real. Oh, your character here. Oh, yeah. I feel like a lot of the like generic ones, like hearts and stuff, are really nice, but I feel like the meme ones are also really funny, you know? Well, I can be, yeah, like the generic ones, I feel like there's always going to be an audience for those, you know? Like, I don't know, your character here, like, Family Guy dead pose, right? Like the fucking dead pose, you know what I mean? Like an emote of that, I feel like that'd go pretty hard. I feel like a lot of people be like, yeah, I fuck with that. Or like an OBS 404 error message. That would be funny. I feel like that goes for a lot of us, you know. I could use one of those, I'm gonna be for real. The fucking OBS error message, yeah. Yeah. I love meme memos, but I'm afraid people don't want their avatars to look ugly. That is true. That is true. How, okay, here's the thing. If they have like an anime, like VTuber or whatever, you can just slap the hair onto a Pepe. You can edit the hair onto like a Pepe meme, and I feel like that would fly with some people, you know? No, yeah, like I don't know, editing the like face of like the Saitama OK meme, that would be cool. Like the Mob Psycho one would be very funny. The My Hero Academia, the All Might thing where he's like, now eat my hair, like that fucking face. I feel like that would, yeah. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of memes that like if you change the hair, people would be like, yeah, I fuck with that.
欢迎跟着我们回直立亭审讯这些家伙，给他们录口供。
真的吗？我要参加。
You know, so many more and better emails. Honestly, I would. The thing is, I just do market research. Like, it's nice to go into other streamers' chats and see their emotes, and it's nice to like see other
是时候回归
other people doing their emotes. Like,
谈了这么
sometimes market research is very interesting. All I think of was like Rick and Morty notes. Oh, I've never seen that.
旅行者
Ooh, that might be fun. That might be fun. The fact that I haven't seen it means it might be a good idea. I don't know. But yeah, like sometimes market research is really interesting because you get to see what the current like scope of what people are doing right now is. What's market research? Market research basically generally speaking, it's when you go and see what the current industry is doing. So for example, if you're selling soap, market research would be going and looking at all the soaps in like, I don't know, a Costco or like a CVS and be like, okay, this is what they're selling. This is where they're putting it at. This is where like, oh, you put these soaps in this category. Like all the women's soaps are in one section and all the men's soap are in the other section, right? And it's like, oh, okay, you group them by brands, and then each brand has like what's the most common scent, right? So a lot of the male soaps, a lot of the men's soaps, you'll see like pine, like fresh winter or some bullshit like that, right? Like those are the typical like ultra strong thing, like that's what their soaps are marketed with, right? Whereas if you go to the women's section, it'll be a lot more like pomegranate and berry or French vanilla, right? Like that's a really big generalization, and I haven't done market research for soaps a lot, so I can't really like, you know, give you specifics, but that's just like a general like, oh, if you go into a CVS or like any drugstore and you look at the soap aisle, that's what the general market is. That's what they're selling. That's what the common trends are. So you take that knowledge and you take that back to your whatever you're doing, and you're like, okay, if we wanna make a soap, we can follow the market trends, or we can do something different. So like a lot of soap, or here's a better one. Recently, right, all the fucking deodorants are doing aluminum free. We are doing aluminum-free research. Aluminum-free deodorant. So there's no aluminum in it. Like, that's the general trend. So, like, you can take that information back to whatever deodorant you're making. You're being like, hey, like, the general trends in the market right now are aluminum-free. So let's make some aluminum-free because that's what everybody else is doing. That's what the general market trend is. Yeah, so market research is basically just seeing what other people are doing and being like, okay, so how do I use that? Do I follow it? Do I break it? Like it's basically understanding the rules. You're understanding the rules of the game that you're playing.
如果能找到一间
So for me, a lot of times I will hop on VGen and I'll like look at all the things that are being offered and people like offering commissions and stuff, and I'm like, okay, so this is what the general trends are. This is what people tend to operate at. This is what their commission sheets look like, and that's good information for me. So that when I want to make one, I want to do something like that, it's like I have a frame of reference. That's pretty cool. So at base, it's just simple and as looking at other people's channels. Yeah, so for like emotes, you would go to other streamers.
见识最广，
I would say maybe not the big guys, like maybe not the biggest streamers, because
经历好好当
the biggest streamers are a little bit of, like those are actually kind of outliers, right? Chances are the big streamers are not going to be coming to you, just out of percentages. I didn't know you can make a VGen without the code. You probably need the code, but that, like, you can still look at the other people's VGens, right? Just because you don't have an account doesn't mean you can't look at their offers, because you need to be able to look at their offers.
心满意足了。
So yeah, like it is good to know what other people are doing just so you can like figure something out. Knowing the general market trend means that one, you can follow it. Two, if you don't want to follow it, you know what to do, right? You can say I don't care about the market trend, that's perfectly fine, but I think it's important to know about the market
还
trends.
要准备动身前往下一个任务。罗德卡莱，别紧张，只是和以往
And digital commissions are a little better at the moment versus more physical stuff. I think I need to get a code for it. I think I'd help for offering place. I made a Ko-fi. Yeah, Ko-fi's for people that don't have e-gens basically. I like Ko-fi. Ko-fi's nice.
关键的纵向刊录仪来完成这张意义重大的留影。希望在罗德卡莱再见时，我们
Yeah, I need to actually make my Ko-fi look a little better. I haven't done that in a while. Oopsies. I should maybe do that. Unfortunately, I have been busy. I also need to make my Patreon look better. I haven't I haven't edited that. I haven't done anything with that shit, man. I should maybe do stuff with that shit. I don't. Yeah, Ko-fi editing. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. I don't want to accidentally leak financial details or whatever. I haven't made that at all because I don't know what I put on it. Yeah, I have it set up just in case, but I don't have anything on it. Okay, well, let's go. Come on, come on, come on. But yeah, it is good to have a frame of reference, I think, just for like what people tend to do. And it's good to have a good frame of reference for everybody, like not just one type of consumer. And not just one type of buyer. Like, it is good to know more, generally speaking.
看镜头，
I'm stuck on the thing. I'm stuck on the thing. Give me a sec, give me a sec, give me a sec. Okay, there we go. The email fee is so intimidating too. Some people make trends email and I sit at home and in my corner. I know nothing. Yeah, it is like it is a little like difficult when you're doing trends to like keep up with it all, especially because things have been moving so fast in recent years. Or worse, the things like people don't want emails for. Yeah, that is the unfortunate part. What I've found helps is having something that's a little more general, that like is kind of pandering to the trend. And then having like the stuff that people might not want that are a little more niche, right? That is more generally if you want to like actually make a lot of money from that. So like for example, the biggest ones are when everybody started doing Genshin Impact art, right? Everybody started making Genshin Impact merch, everybody started making fan art, everybody started making Genshin Impact cosplays. You could not go 5 seconds without seeing Genshin Impact. And yes, it's a big game. Yes, it's like honestly a pretty decent game, but it is an example of like trends being really wide sweeping. And generally speaking, if you were an artist that hopped on the Genshin Impact train, you ended up getting a little bit stuff from that. You got like people following you, you got like clicks, you got likes, etc, etc. You got clout essentially. And not as much anymore because Genshin Impact and many things have fallen off from the COVID buff. This is one of the things that really impacted the online sphere is COVID. Because of the pandemic, because so many people were locked in their homes and had nothing to fucking do, online sources like streaming and YouTube and video games, those got huge buffs from the lockdowns. But now we don't have the lockdowns as much anymore, so we've started to see a fall off. We've started to see like these things start to make less revenue. So if you're starting right now versus when you were starting back in the beginning of COVID, you're gonna see less metrics, and that's just kind of how it works. There was a big bubble, there was a huge streamer bubble when COVID happened because of the circumstances. So now I gotta go back to hot shows or games. Yeah, like, it is difficult, is what it is. Is that the online environment was, it went into a bubble, and now we're in a little bit of a recession, which is not helped with current economic situations as well. Like, people just don't have as much money to spend. So it is a varying source of factors, but yeah, it is just what it is sometimes, that like those things happen. And yeah, so this one is just okay, there we go, that's the right window. But yeah, it's like a big portion of why certain things are the way they are, and why people are hopping on trends more and more and more instead of doing more niche things, is because of the COVID buff fallout. It's just easier to make money that way. And especially if you are, especially if you're an American producer and you're doing merch, one of the big issues with merch is that merch is most often imported. A lot of fan merch is not made in the United States. And that is bad, because that means you have tariffs. So it has become more difficult to produce fan merch. So that's specifically on the fan merch side of things, but yeah. K-pop Demon Slayer was hot when it came out, but I haven't seen it yet, so missed that. K-pop Demon Slayer is still going pretty okay, I think. It's still going okay. But yeah, K-pop Demon Slayer is fun. I need to watch that again. I watched it and I was like, oh, this Poggies. And okay, here's the thing, is I know Rumi's the main character. I know she's supposed to be the one that the plot revolves around. But God, I would love a movie just about Zoe. I just want to see more of Zoe. She's my girl, okay? I love her to bits. Oh, F that. Ginja by a Greek cut or something. Yeah, it's just the merch scene has been hit really hard. Like tabling and merches, like those avenues of online revenue, just they've been hit hard by the tariffs. And that's not something that I can deny. So yeah, I love K-pop Demon Hunters. But I haven't seen it. Is Zoe the cute one or is she the serious one? She's a cute one. She's the one with the twin buns. She's so cute and adorable, and I love her. And she can have everything in the world. She can have anything. I don't care. She's the one with the black hair. Yeah, she's the one with the black hair. The other two have purple and pink hair, I think. Yeah, she's amazing. I love her. I think something that was really interesting that someone pointed out was that the way that she raps is more similar to how American style rapping is compared to like Korean K-pop rapping. Ooh, okay, I'll keep it in mind when I watch it soon. Yeah. She's funny. I like her. She's very funny. Unfortunately, like part of the COVID buff is also that like it's getting harder to keep up with everything. It's like there's a lot of stuff that's happening, and back in the pandemic, it was easy to keep up with that shit, right? It was a lot easier to watch all that. But now it's like I got shit going on, man. Like I would love to watch some of that shit. I don't have the time to. like, unfortunately, I can't watch streams at work. Very unfortunate. Yeah, so true. I miss being able to watch things that I like. I miss it! One of the things that, like, I can't keep up with streams all that much. I couldn't keep up streams even before the lockdowns, but, like, now after lockdowns, I really can't keep up with streams. Yes, especially when they play those games with stories, I always miss some of it. Yeah, so when it comes to that, when it comes to like story-based games, I tend to watch edited videos more. I tend to watch like the ones that have been posted onto YouTube that are like a little more edited, especially if they're like grindy elements. Like Undertale's a really good example of this, where sure you have flavored text, sure you have like monster encounters that have the text, but it's also nice to have an edited video where you cut that out so that I can read the wiki in my own time, right? That's also part of the reason of why I'm such a big wiki reader, is I don't have the time to sit through it. Whereas at the wiki, I can like read through it pretty fast, so I don't have as much of an issue with it. Yeah, true, I love that more. Yeah, it's kind of like, it's the same reason why I read manga more than I watch anime. It's a lot faster for me to read the manga than it is for me to sit through an episode. And also when I'm reading the manga, I can read I can do other things, right? Although I guess that one also kind of goes for anime, is that when I'm watching an episode, I can also just do other crap in the background. So I guess that's not really a plus. Okay, did it switch over to Wuwa? Did you switch the category, Twitch? Thank you. Oh. I wanted to cut down my stream to look outside, but that's hours of watching. Yeah, so that's the unfortunate thing about editing VODs, is that it is so difficult. And here's the thing, is that, like, when it comes to games like Undertale, I am actually considering that if I do make, oh wait, no, that's not what I want to do. If I do make, an edited video out of it, or like a video series, I guess, if I do end up doing that, what I might end up doing is I might cut out a lot of the, like, tiny story sections. Oh, you bastard. Okay, fine. I'll continue off the stupid quest since you won't let me! Because it's just a lot of things. And that's why I'm so thankful for, like, clips and stuff. Because it's like, oh, now I know when things are relatively... Lol, yes, clips my hero. Yeah. Another helpful thing is that I do upload, or I guess not really upload, but like I have my VODs on YouTube now. So if I really wanted to, I could watch it back in like 5 times speed And that helps me find, like, the moments that I want to keep more. I also worry I'm not funny or entertaining, so that makes me like, eh. Yeah, unfortunately that is a part of it, where it's like... you have, like, a couple minutes of dead space that, like, an edited video doesn't flow very well. It is difficult, and, like, some streamers can keep it entertaining for multiple hours, and it's like, I respect you for that, because I cannot do that. I'm sorry. I have a battery, and it runs out real fast.
我也没有来过这里。
亲爱的兄弟姐妹，
Yes, thank you. Okay, let's go. Bye.
有些我疯狂的教室。
亲爱的家人，
What is this? Press L to give respects. What the hell?
慈爱的岁主，请您令我们心灵宁静。
But yeah, like, for example, for In Stars in Time, that's not as big of a game. Not as many people have played that, not as many people know the plot of that, so that one I'm a lot less willing to cut the story of. That one I might just cut the grindy sections of, where I'm killing mobs. And I might do that. Whereas a game like Undertale, like, listen, you can find a billion Undertale videos, alright? It's not that hard. That's the issue with story-based games, is that, like, sometimes you have to figure out how to cut. Hi Shubi, I love this part, it's so funny. This is literally the press, what is it, press R to give respects or something? It's like, this is literally press R to give respects in Wuthering Waves. It's so funny. And also, I have to just keep spamming the fucking forward because if I keep pressing it, it's gonna make me bump into the guy. I don't know. I also need a model that's not Wendy. Ooh. I think VTube Studio has a has a few free models, and I think there are a few free VTuber models out there. I know there's a Hatsune Miku one. I saw there's a Hatsune Miku model out there. There's also a bunch of free PNG tubers, I think. Yeah, those are a little more difficult to find because there's a lot of models out there, so it is just really difficult to sift through the giant fuck. Oops. Oops! Okay, you can don't look at that. Don't look at that. That was gonna show my email. Why did it crash? Why did Wuthering Waves crash? What the hell? It just crashes what happened. Oh my god, I'm gonna lose it. Not that there's anything on my home screen that I don't want you guys to see, but like, Jesus fuck, man. Okay, there we go. Jesus. What the fuck? Why did it crash? Why does Wuthering Waves keep crashing? I'm so pissed off right now. Please tell me I don't have to do that again. Oh, please tell me I don't have to. Thank God. If it made me do that whole prayer thing again, I would have actually flown myself to Kuro Games' fucking headquarters. I would have shat myself on their goddamn doorstep. That's what I would have done. Why? I'll have you know, it's really difficult to see if the platforms have fallen. Okay, give me a second. I need to be able to see. I need to be able to see this goddamn game. What the fuck do you want from me? Okay, we're just gonna stop here. We're gonna let it happen. God, this is burning my retinas, but otherwise I can't fucking see!
刚才那些到底是现实还是幻想？无关紧要，继续向前吧。
Oh, is this another one of the fucking puzzles? Ah, shit. Fucking hell. Okay, no, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Dude, I barely passed the last puzzle. What makes you think I'm gonna pass this one? I don't understand. You have overestimated my intelligence immensely. I'm gonna lose it. Come here, come here, come here, come here, come here. Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. What the? Oh, you want me to go down? Guys, my eyes are bad. Can you make your game a little easier to see? It's a little dark here. I have very bad eyes. A little contrast would be nice. That was a very beautiful and moving scene, but just a little bit of contrast, please. My poor retinas are trying their best. Just one shade of purple. I'm gonna start crying.
那里是不是很远？路上要走多久？
这我可说不准。这里的人好像并不知道宝石的事，还是再去别的地方找找看吧。
Okay, please tell me I've collected enough stuff. I have not collected enough stuff. Can you let me exit this quest, please? I know there's an exit button, but like, come on, man. I don't want to have to go back and do half of this crap again. Please, give me a teleport point.
种尝试。
Even the house is tinted pinkish. The house is actually kind of pretty. I don't mind it. It's just like, for example, before when it had the falling platforms, I literally could not see the falling platforms at all. I could not see if it was raised or not. And it's like I need to be able to see in order to play this game. Yeah, so that's why I had to like close the window a little bit so I could turn the brightness up. Because otherwise I couldn't see anything.
你为什么？
Now I want sushi. Why do I want sushi? I want some sushi. Oh, you want me dead. Why would you put first person POV in here? Why?
无法完全掌控自己的生。
I like it, but please make it a little more obvious that I need to move. If you put me a first person POV like this, I'm not gonna be able to tell that I can move because I'm a mobile player! I'm a mobile player, damn it! This is very beautiful though. I do like this. I think this is the nice amount of contrast. I can tell what things are happening. My sister commented recently that she's happy my new art style looks less like Tim Burton. I was like, it looks like Tim Burton? Hmm? Did it? I don't think Tim Burton has like a... I don't feel like Tim Burton has like a solid hold on the art style, you know what I mean? But like, I do understand when people say that. That being said, I think it's fine if it does. The beauty of art styles is that there isn't really a true art style. It is just kind of how you interpret the world, right? And she specifically said Corpse Bride. Oh! Interesting. Huh.
你刚才没有鼓掌。或许沉默的哀悼更是。谢谢，我很开心。这场重逢是意料之外的惊喜。
I couldn't see it and I was like, can I ever?
我们一起游船看戏。
I mean, if you're not specifically inspired off of Tim Burton, then I don't think it has to be a Tim Burton art style.
是啊，就像回到了过去。
Right, like, for example, like, if you want to do button eyes and you didn't know the IDV existed, I don't think that's necessarily the IDV art style then.
露露姐姐，
It's convergent evolution.
有没有注意到，今天有多少人为我们鼓？
抱歉，我不能让它一直存在。
我曾向神明低头，想为他拯救虔诚的心灵，以换故人归来。冷漠的神沉寂无言，任凭愚昧之人将我视为肆意攫取的良药。我曾向科学探究，想借用我的血肉，求证故人重生的可能。愚蠢的我识人不明，不知虚伪之徒将我作为实现永生的材料。我曾向众人询问，想得知海蚀现象是否孕育过特殊生命。惊恐的人恶言相向，直至乌合之众将我打为带来毁灭的巫药。我不再奔走呼求，沉寂的自己一次又一次尝试，却唯一例外的收获失败，失败，还是失败。直到今天，米兰特里斯站在了我的面前。
它的出现如此短暂，但这并不是我们能做到的全部。我知道你在寻求从头再来，那就发挥你那优越的能力，尽管活下去吧。你要残忍、勇敢、坚决，把人类的力量付之一笑，让他在你面前比今天活得更久。明天，明天，再一个明天，一天接着一天的前进，直到永远，直到他活得更加。
It reminded me of when my teacher told me I needed to pick an art style for my game characters, whatever class project, and he said if I'm gonna go horror, go more push the Tim Burton style. So I went home,
那个老顽童能够继续
studied, and came back with a drawing, and then he laughed and looked at me and said, okay, that's too close. I don't think there's anything wrong with emulating an art style too closely.
道歉，
I think it's fine.
仍有继续生长的权利，为所有人带回新生的希望。这条
And the thing is, the more you draw, the more, like, your personal style will start to develop. So it's like, I don't think it's that big of a problem.
下去，为你提供一切你所需要的物资与技术。你已经见过其他的同伴，即使我们境遇不
In class, we had to not be close to anything because I was taught we wouldn't get noticed until be compared to the big league guys. Yeah, that is like a so like part of the big league guys like Tim Burton's that they developed a style that's very different from the conventional style. Like
我和你一起走。
he was prepping us to make our own stuff to be noticed. Yeah. So you can see this a lot in the industry with things like the so-called Cal art style, where like a lot of it's the bean shape, right? Like Gumball, Steven Universe, Gravity Falls. What's the other one? I don't know the other one. But like a lot of those like cartoons have like a very bean round shape style. And that, yes, it's recognizable, but it's also something that like if you keep doing that, it's just gonna be the Cal art style, right? I kind of hate it. I'm okay with it. It's not the worst.
意味着事物变化。
On like one hand, I kind of respect them for being able to do shapes as well, because something that the anime art style doesn't do very well is those kind of shape language. Cartoons in the Western sphere pull off that shape language a lot better than the generic anime style. And I do have to respect that. Like that is a format of design that I'm really bad at, that I don't utilize very often because I follow the more anime style. I like American cartoons a lot because of how versatile style. Like, yes, it is a lot more versatile, and that is something that I do have to. Anime is just the same thing. Not necessarily. I think it's just more of the more common animes have a very similar format. Like right now, I think a lot of the isekais, like they all tend towards the same thing. You don't get as many of the break the mold. Like for example, Attack on Titan is not actually a generic anime. It doesn't follow the same trend, so it's actually very distinct. What's another one? Hoseki no Kuni. That one's 3D. 3D is not very common in anime, and even when looking at common 3D trends, like Hoseki no Kuni has a very distinct style of like the long, slender legs, like the really lanky limbs. So it's like anime. You don't get Gumball and Adventure Time than BTS in anime. Actually, I disagree with that one. I actually disagree with that one because I know of an anime that follows those rules. Give me a sec. I'll pull it up. If we're talking more similar to those styles, there are a couple. Panty and Stocking. Panty and Stocking's another one. But this is one that I've got. Okay, new browser source. Shin-chan? Yeah, similar to Shin-chan, you have these. It's like you do have more stylized and like cartoonish things in anime. They're not as common though. They're not the standard is how I'll put it. So you have these. Oh yeah, that cat one. Yeah, like these fall more into the trends of say American comic or animations. Or cartoons. Sorry, I good at English today. Those follow the trends a little more of those, where you rely a lot more on shape language. You rely a lot more on these very simplified forms. That's not the common, though. That's not common, and it's not mainstream, is how I'll put it. In American cartoons, things like Amazing World of Gumball, although I guess Gumball's not the best example because Gumball mixes 5 million styles to begin with. In the Western, I suppose I'll say an American American cartoons mixes Cal arts a lot. It's like the more Gravity Falls, the more Adventure Times, that's very common in American cartoons. And that's not the mainstream in anime. And to each their own, I think. I'm okay with that one a little bit, because I will say that I do think the generic anime style, again, it doesn't play with that shape language as much. You don't allow things to get ugly as much. And I think that's a shame. Like, One Piece is actually a really good example of one, using shape language, using, like, a different style that's very distinct. Because you can spot a One Piece anime art style a mile away. You can spot One Piece so easily compared to the general shonen genres. We have too many variety, what makes it very hard. Majority animes bipedal, basic human correct proportions, nice faces. That's fair, I guess. It is mostly bipedal. But yeah, like, One Piece is an example of letting these characters be ugly, which is, I think, something that we don't see a lot in general anime. That being said, a lot of Western cartoons also have things that, like, because it's so simplified, you end up not getting the kind of design detail and depth that you would get from something like the generic anime style. Like, you allow for those specific simple details. Like, you allow for those, like, little details to be implemented, and I think that that's something that anime does a lot better than cartoon. I'm over here and there's Roger on American Dad being some weird cheeked alien. How do I get there? Yeah, we for sure have zero details. American puts emphasis on animating while Japan puts emphasis on art. Not really, because the big characteristic of anime, really, that it's not the art style. Anime is not the art style. That's not the biggest characteristic. The biggest characteristic of anime in terms of pure animation is tension. And that's something you can see that as anime starts getting more popular, that tension is something that Western cartoons have started adapting because it works. Isn't tension part of the story? No, it's sort of the build-up of momentum in a scene. It's not so much a story. Do you mean the fancy angles? Fancy angles is a part of tension, it's not the key. Like, the thing that anime pulls off really well is tension of, like, a build-up of emotion and action that American cartoons have recently started doing. It's not as common until anime started getting more mainstream. Oh, I see. I was strictly referring to, like, the basic manual creation of it, like when you draw it. Yeah, like, okay, it's really hard to explain when I don't have, like, a scene in front of me to show, but it is that sort of build up and release. It's a build up and release that you don't get as much from Western cartoons, and specifically American. I'm specifically saying American because that's what I'm more familiar with. Like, we meme the Kamehamehas, right? But that is a really good example of how tension and release works. If we're talking like the Family Guy cheap fast animations, basically how I'll put it is that like Japan animations tend to care about the fight scenes and like the very big high tension emotional payoffs. So that's where a lot of the budget goes. The Kamehameha is easier to draw because there isn't much to animate, which is nice. It's basically like you have a build-up of like, here's where you have like, you have the spring of him doing the pose and him pulling back, right? And then you have the thrust forward and the beam. And that is the tension and that's the release. You do shortcuts like that to avoid animating. It's the same reason why like you see a lot of like magical girl animes do this a lot, where you have the transformation scene and you have the big finisher. You have the big finisher. And you have the big finisher and it's a giant animated scene where they're in like a giant void or whatever the fuck, right? It's like, here's all the things! So, yeah, they put the budget in animations so they don't have to draw it again. Exactly. I would say with American cartoons, it is a lot more, it's a lot more about comedy beats. It's about beats in a story. So that when you reach those beats, like the animation is more focused on that versus versus like scenes of tension and release. Like the way I'll put it is that American cartoons are a little more like, they're a little more like I don't know how to fucking fight. I don't know how her kit works. Give me a second. I'm losing it. I'm more asking about the actual process of grabbing paper, animating on twos. Oh no, that's pretty much. That doesn't really change too much, actually. Like the animating on, not with Toon Toon Boom. Japan has recently, it's switched over to being more digital animations. But yeah, the cartoon, puppet animation, that's not as common. That hasn't been used as much in Japanese animation. I'm pretty certain on that one. Yeah, that's all I'm talking. Yeah, on that one, it's not as much. You don't get the puppet animation as much. Is upping some animation at the cost. Yeah, unfortunately, because they don't do the puppet animation, they don't outsource it that much. Like you unfortunately do get more of the workers being exploited. And it's not a very good work culture, is how I'll put it. They have to do a lot of animation and make it pretty. Yeah, it's very work intensive and it's not the best for work, like life balance, you know. It's pretty rough out there. That's why America just makes them simpler to draw with higher frame rates. Not only do they make it simpler, they use outsourcing a lot. You send them to foreign studios to animate a lot. Yeah, a lot in Korea. Yeah, Korean studios are the big one, I think. Off the top of my head, I'm pretty sure Avatar, not Avatar The Last Airbender, but Legend of Korra, I'm pretty sure that one was outsourced. I swear a lot of them go to Korea. Yeah, I think Korea's one of the more common ones that I see with outsourcing animation. I'm not, like, off the top of my head, I don't know all of them, but yeah.
想要逃进黑潮。
I went to school for animation and stuff, so I know a lot. We'd analyze cartoons, movies, etc. Ah, very interesting.
历代的教诲。
Anime, Western, 2D, 3D. Yeah, 3D animation's one of the more interesting ones, I think, because it works so much better when you try to utilize 3D, like the benefits of 3D to its fullest, I think. And I think that's why 3D in anime is not really utilized as much as it is in Western cartoons. Specifically, I'm talking about animated movies. That's when we learned at the time in Japan they'd animate really low on 2s and 6s, occasionally 12. Yeah, they animate on lower frames. 3D is expensive. 3D is expensive, yes. Yeah, you animate on lower frames to save the workload, and then when you want to jump to a higher frame rate for like the fight scenes of forever, that's like, and on Western we animate at like 12s and higher. I think so. I think so, yeah. To be fair, most of my knowledge in terms of specifically Western animation would be from League of Legends shorts. It's from League of Legends animations, so like I can't really say anything specific on that one. Yeah, it was stuff over time. Ah, interesting, interesting. I do like, so here's the thing about video game animation that, video game animation that's really interesting is that like they use different frame rates a lot more. So you'll have one character moving something at like, let's say every other frame, and then another character will be moving on a different frame length. So it gives you the sense that there are two different things moving separately. I feel like that's something that video game animation does a lot. This is for 2D, 3D is different. I render my 3D on 24s, but I should have done 12s to save time. Yeah, 12, the less frames you do, the more you save time. Unfortunately, with 3Ds, you want to have a little bit more. And with 2Ds, it's easier to save effort on that one.
相信他们所说的一切都真的能变为现实。残星会让我看到了在这条路上更进一步的可能，哪怕他们想让这件事成功的背后另有目的，哪怕我们之间只是单纯的互相利益，我不在乎。他们祝我。
I'm not sure about the game characters in school because they animate them all at the same frames. For the same time because emotion had to be looped and we need to match beats. Ah, interesting. Okay. Okay, thank you, thank you. Okay, thank you. Now they probably animate at the same frame as maybe have different lengths, like 20 seconds, 30 seconds. Yeah, so technology allows us to like, technology and animation, it has changed the process a little bit. So basically what I mean is like, for example, you see a character moving and they have like a flame effect on their hand, and the flame effect might move like at a 12 frames per second, whereas the character themselves might be moving on a slower, like maybe 6 frames per second, just to give it that effect that it's moving at a little slightly different. Even the puppet ones look good. Yeah, the puppet animations have gotten better over the years. I remember the early days where that was still being popularized, and ooh, you'd have a lot of clipping, baby. You'd have a lot of fucking clipping. Ooh, the flame effect is FX. That's a complete... Yeah, FX. That's more on FX side. To me, they're all on the same area because I never learned this shit, man. I don't fucking know. FX can even be under own the engine and self-sustaining, like not anime done. Yes, that's something that a lot of game engines do. Like nowadays, you're seeing a lot more hand-painted animations. But I think you also get a lot more, I thought you knew a bunch. I was confused. No! I have never learned any of this stuff professionally. All of this is from me fucking trying to figure out shit on my own. So yeah, for example, like the water effect you see here, that would be more engine and not painted. But a lot of video games nowadays do hand painted animations as well for FX, which I think is really fun and interesting. And it allows for lots of different kinds of VFXs to be created. I like the hand painted ones. Arcane and League does some yes, Arcane and League. Okay, so Studio Fortiche does a thing where they paint over their 3D animations to give it that sort of painterly effect. It's weird because it's not actually that easy to... It is extremely difficult and work intensive to do. And it is very easy to gunk it up. So the fact that they can do it to the level of Arcane and like continually put that shit out, that's amazing. It's just... Every still in Arcane could be a hand-painted drawing. It looks like it could be hand-painted. If you ever seen Pixar Paperman, they do a unique thing. Yes, Pixar So, this is my gripe with a lot of the recent animations that have come out in terms of animated movies. In terms of animated movies, this is my gripe, is that a lot of it has become sanded down. You don't get those unique things as much anymore, and it's a shame. In Arcane, they actually said the backgrounds many were actually literal stills, like someone painted a background, no freedom. Yes, that's a thing that you see in a lot of those more stylized ones. You have painted backgrounds, and you just zoom in. This is also a trick that you do sometimes in 3D animations in general, is that you have a painted background. Video games do this too, where you have a painted background and you just kind of move it around. Yeah, I noticed that too. We gotta bring it back. I think I finally maybe get what you meant earlier. What did I mean? What am I talking about? I think it's keyframes. Anime had less. Yes, in terms of keyframes, you try to reduce those. American has keyframes a lot. A lot of the American keyframes that I see are as close to like fandom animatics, where you have a lot of the frames, and I think anime doesn't do that as much. Anime kind of copies a manga and wings it. I think that one depends. It depends on a specific adaptation. I will say for shoujo animes and not shonens, I've seen that a lot. Because keyframes are making more money. Yep. Yeah, so it depends on a specific anime that's being adapted. The more like highly popular ones I've noticed tend to get more deviations from the original. For example, Toilet Bound Hanako-kun copies the manga pretty strictly.
既定于内，
But in a lot of like the shonen animes, especially in the fight scenes specifically, you will get a lot more deviations because that's where the real big money maker is. Let's be honest. That's the real meat of the that's the real meat of it all.
不害怕了。
When I say I can see people comparing them to, for other reason, they actually do take quite a bit from the manga, especially in angle. So yes, it depends, but generally speaking, when it comes to angles, you will try to follow the manga a lot more. That being said, in terms of like shading and shading and like action lines, those are things that manga can do that anime can't do as well. You can't do the block shading and the action lines that well, so you have to really figure out how to make the medium of anime work to your advantage in adaptations. They embellish and really put efforts onto the fight. It's because the fights are like, those are the big money making moments. That's the money shot. That's the one that everybody wants to see. Because unfortunately, manga cannot do the motions of a fight scene the same way that anime can. That Chinese, I don't care where that Chinese guy who does all the Naruto animation fights, but those are so good. I don't know much about Naruto, so I unfortunately can't comment on that one. But yeah, like manga has certain benefits and anime has certain benefits. It's each to the medium, right? Like every medium has its own strengths, and I think a good adaptation plays to those strengths. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, you mean I have to do it? You can only do what you can with it, but it works out. Some of them are really good with it. For example, Hoseki no Kuni is an example of really buying into the 3D of it. I think if you did Hoseki no Kuni in an anime 2D format, I don't think it would have worked as well. You'd really have to try on that one. I think that influences anime a lot, since a lot of Americans tend to make brand new storyboard, no manga stuff prior. Off the top of my head, yeah, that tends to be the case. You get all the neat angles in manga anime, yeah. So it is. I'm trying to think of an example of an anime that's like entirely animated. Did not have a manga or light novel. That's an important one. Or a light novel prior. And the only one I can think of right now off the top of my head is in fact Madoka Magica. That's the only one off the top of my head that I got. I don't have another one right now. You love all the neat angles. Yeah, you do get more neat angles. In class, we do it from scratch. So many times over, we make shorts, games, etc. Everything was done from scratch, even adapted in the storybook. We had to do the drawings and characters brand new. I think a part of that allows for the adaptation to take its own life. You see a lot of adaptations try to stick too hard to the original, and I think sometimes that means that you don't get the benefits of an adaptation. Because let's be honest, if you wanted to see the original, I'd just go look at the original. If I wanted to read the manga, I just go read the manga. Sometimes an adaptation is good when it brings something new to the table. I think that's what a lot of people don't understand about adaptations. I think adaptations. Hold on. I missed a few. Oh, I was usually put on drawing duty in class because I knew how to draw prior, so I'd often be made to do the storyboards, character designs, and models. I think adaptations make things unique. I think that's one of the complaints I see people say online about anime. Why watch that manga is ahead and has the same basic frames because they adapted it panel for nothing unique. I'm seeing this sentiment a lot. Usually when people do sub versus sub fights, the manga readers come out to tell them off. I think it's just... Here's the thing, anime has soundtrack, anime has voice acting. Those are two things that manga cannot have. By definition of manga as a medium, it is extremely difficult to have those in there. So I think part of anime is that it forces you into a pace. You can't speed ahead, you can't skip a chapter because you're watching the episode. It's forcing you into the pace. It's giving you a scene. It's building an environment that manga has a much harder time building because it adds all those things. It adds ambiance, it adds music, it adds voice acting, and it adds pacing. It gives you the pace of how people are saying and acting in this scene. And here's the thing. This is a little bit more recent. Apothecary Diaries has a couple of moments added into the anime adaptation that is different from the original light novel and the original, or not original, but like the original novel and the manga adaptation. You could just follow the manga adaptation beat for beat, but because the anime has knowledge of the previous light novel, the anime has knowledge of the manga adaptation, it has the ability to add things in the earlier chapters that foreshadow later events that you do not see in the early chapters of the manga. For example, in the first episode, Mao Mao, the main character, gives one of the concubines a flower with a message tied to it. It's a warning. It's like, hey, thing, this dangerous, don't do this. But in the original light novel, and I believe the manga, the concubine did not read it. Either she didn't read it, or she just threw it away, or she disregarded the warning, right? That's what happened. But in the anime, you have a servant see the note and deliberately push the note off the windowsill so nobody sees it, nobody knows it exists. That is a change in the anime adaptation, and it is foreshadowing, and it is set up for a later arc. Because that servant in a later arc becomes important. Because she doesn't want the concubine to have a good time. So that's something that anime or later adaptations are able to do. Because they have all the previous ones to draw off of. I don't know, I guess I don't care about it and want more control or something. I'm not much of an original person. I wish they'd do that more. Like, I think a lot of people focus on the adaptation being one-to-one the original, and I don't like that. I think an adaptation should an adaptation should lean into being an adaptation. You should make use of the medium that you're adapting. Or if you're a reboot, if you're a remake, you should lean into that. Maybe a new interpretation. Maybe something like, for example, Panty and Stocking. Panty and Stocking mostly stuck to the same things in terms of animation style, but one thing they did is that they changed the designs of the black characters so that it didn't draw as much from the blackface stereotype. And that's something that, it's evident of a change in time, and it's something that only an adaptation can do. If you just redid the old style and nothing changed, you would have that problem, and that's not something that would fly as much nowadays. In the current climate, you can't do that. Not that it was a good thing to do even back then, but now you really can't do it because people would fucking get mad at you, right? So adaptation, exactly. I think Seaman Times they just want an animated manga. If you want an animated manga, just fucking put it in a slideshow. I don't know. Color it and put it in a slideshow. I'm just saying. Hold on. Where am I? Invincible also changed a lot. I think they do a really good job of adaptation. I saw some of the comic version, but I prefer the cartoon. This is Western stuff, though. Invincible? What's Invincible? I don't think I know that one. Oh, it's an American cartoon on Amazon Prime. Is it the one where in the first episode he kills a team of heroes? Is that the one that I'm thinking of? It's about an older teen whose dad is a superhero. He's winning. Okay, I do know that one. All right, okay. I haven't watched it, but I know of the one that you're speaking of. Yeah, that's one. Yeah, because that I feel like someone was talking about it, and I don't remember what it was, but I have heard of it at least. I like it a lot. I need to go watch it. I feel like it'd be interesting. But then again, there are many shows that I want to be watching. I need to watch the new Gumball season. I still haven't done that. I've only seen clips. It brings back old school Batman animated stories vibe. Does it? Ooh. Interesting. Not that I know much about Batman, so I guess I can't comment much on that. Which, okay, side note, this is the big thing about why I think manga and anime have such an easy time capturing an audience versus American comics. And this is the reason. It's because American comics, you don't have a clear start point. Like, okay, you want to watch Superman? Or, sorry, you want to read Superman comics? Okay, well, do you want the Golden Age? Do you want the Silver Age? Do you want fucking whatever age? What about this offer? What about this continuity? What about this one? Like, I feel like that's part of the reason of why manga has started to become more popular It's such an easier barrier to entry. You want to know where to start One Piece at? Fucking volume 1. Sure, you've got hundreds and hundreds of volumes, but you start at 1. That's it. You have the first one. Oh my gosh, I was waiting for Hulu to work to watch the new Gumball. I want to watch the new Gumball so bad. I don't have time. I need more time. Oh yeah, that's true. I'm a lot older, so I've seen a lot of those older cartoons I keep referencing. Well, to be honest, I don't watch a lot of cartoons. I did not have cable growing up. Yeah, because manga is a story of beginning and end. Comics are more like the character exists and you make official fanfiction of it. That is essentially what it is. Yeah, pretty much. There's the idea of Superman, and then every author has their own Superman. Whereas with manga, you have one author, pretty much. You have one author, one story, and one continuity. Unless you're One Piece and you have like 5 billion movies, or you're Detective Conan, and you fucking, after 15 years of your series going on, you drop everybody with a bombshell that 2 of your characters are cousins, even though the giant fucking Yaoi fan base has been shipping them for the past 10 years. Oh my gosh, Detective Conan. Yeah, I still can't fucking believe that happened, by the way. What the fuck, really? Yes, okay, so for those of you that don't know the fucking Kaishin beef, okay, here's what happened. So there's these two characters. Kuro Shinichi, the detective. He's a detective. He got shrunk down into Tiny Conan, okay? That's the main guy. That's the guy we follow. That's the guy we're supposed to care about. And then you have, Kaito Kid, who is a phantom thief, who is from Aoyama Gosho's other work. He's from a different series, but he also makes appearances in Detective Conan. They're in the same cinematic universe, essentially. And people have shipped those two, alright? Those two, they're like, okay, Kaito Kid and Kuro Shinichi, bam, smash them together. I play with my dolls. All fine and dandy until I believe this is a 25th movie. Detective Conan has a lot of movies, and they're all dubiously canon. Meaning, until the manga itself confirms so, it is not considered fully canon. So you can't really use a movie to inform your information of canon events. It may or may not have happened. And that's why you get bullshit like Conan fucking skateboarding in front of a satellite dish. That event's probably not going to be mentioned in the manga itself. You get crazy shit like that. But yeah, basically, movies are dubiously canon. They may or may not be canon. You're not really supposed to consider them as canon until the manga itself confirms those events happen. And the 25th movie, it comes out that Kaito Kid and Kuro Shinichi are fucking cousins. It comes out that they're cousins. That their dads are long-lost twins, and that's why they look so much alike. And the entire Kaishin Yaoi fanbase fell apart in a mere second. Sweet Home Alabama. I'm not gonna lie, some people have gone that route. And you know what? It is what it is. If you've shipped it for 15 something years and a non-canon movie comes out and hits you with that, I don't blame you, okay? At that point, you've sunk most of your investment. It's sunk cost fallacy at that point, okay? Yeah. Hey, in Japan, it's okay to marry your first cousin. Oh, jeez. But yeah, that's how the Kaishin fandom fell apart so quickly. And it's just like, oh wow, one of your biggest fucking ships, aside from the canon ships, is just, wow, that fell apart in a fucking day. It's like, regardless of your stance on the topic, God, that's gotta suck. God, that's gotta go crazy. Could you imagine? Could you fucking imagine? Oh, I feel bad for them. The Titanic is sinking over there. To put it into perspective, okay? To put it into perspective. Imagine for a second, okay? Imagine for a second that fucking, what's a popular... Imagine, okay, Toy Story. Woody and Buzz Lightyear, okay? Imagine Woody and Buzz Lightyear. Those two, shipped very common, okay? Sometimes you get the yaoi full stuff on that one. Imagine those two, okay? You've got 50-something Toy Story movies, alright? You're on Toy Story number 27. And in Toy Story number 7, it comes out that Buzz Lightyear and Woody are technically technically cousins. They're technically cousins in some crossover lore of the toy line. So they're brothers now. They're brothers now. Imagine that fucking happened. Imagine how that happens. I would go insane. I'd be like, what the fuck? Like, damn. I feel so bad. Now, here's the thing. I was actually never a Kaishin shipper. I never got into that one. But. My condolences, my brave soldiers. My condolences. If that happened to me, I think I might crash out. I've had that happen with one IDV character when I first started IDV. Oh! Which one of them are siblings? I know, press F for respect. I feel like all of us would be like, oh wow, what the hell? Here, I'll give you an even better one. Imagine for a second, okay? Imagine for a second. Rose Quartz from Steven Universe and Pearl, right? And Pearl, they're commonly shipped, right? That's a pretty common thing. And it comes out in Steven Universe movie number 27 that those two are actually considered siblings, so they can't have a relationship because they're siblings. Imagine that comes out. It wasn't siblings, but they are. Well, they are, but I thought the character was cute, and turns out there were kids in a trench coat. And kids, huh? Which one is this one? Kids in a trench coat. Which one is that one? I'm sorry. Am I not up to Wheel? Oh, it's Wheel. Oh. They're kids? They're kids? Well, I'm not caught up on the lore. What the hell? So I joined and fought this hot, cool guy in a trench coat. Oh, yeah. No, you got baited. You got fucking baited is what you did. Oh, you poor thing. Then Wiki said they were free to form. Yeah. The Wiki, yeah, they're actually free people in a trench coat. I don't know if they're kids. But they are free people in a trench coat. That much I can agree with. Now I have a pain every time I look at them. Yeah. IDV does that sometimes. They just kind of bait you, and you're like, what the hell? Unless it was early lore, them being circus members as kids. I'm pretty sure it was early, because I don't think they're kids now. Please be over 18 to make this okay again. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're not kids now. I'm saying like a 70% sure on that one. I don't know. I remember that being one of the first things I learned Ivy, and my little glasses shattered. Yeah. No, children. Yeah, unfortunately. There are some things in IDV that you're just like, what the hell, man? My fucking favorite one is the, grab that. My fucking favorite one is when they were teasing the psychologist and the patient. when they were teasing Psychologist and Patient, and some people were like, oh my god, they're siblings! You can't ship them, they're siblings! And then it came out that they were a married couple. That was interesting. That was an interesting time. Can I not climb this? Oh my god, I can't climb it. Oh my god, I can't climb it. You think you're getting Rakan and Zaya, you're actually getting a power dynamic toxic relationship. Well, here's the thing is that it is IDV, which is, you know, a horror game filled with people that are like murderers and stuff, so it's like, oh yeah, I kind of don't expect it to be good. I kind of expect this to be kind of a shit show. Yeah, I think the survivors all do worse stuff than the hunters, no? A couple of them, yeah. A couple of them do pretty nasty shit. I don't remember which ones off the top of my head, but like, I don't know. Okay, here's my hot take, is that Emily was not that bad. She was not that bad. Geisha killed unfairly, Axeboy sad end, Naiad sad, etc. Yeah, a lot of the hunters have pretty sad ends. Some of the hunters are pretty rough. Like, for example, Joseph actively tried to shove people into photos. He did do that. Yeah, I think so too. She just kind of botched the surgery. She botched the surgery, and also she worked in an asylum, which, you know, to be fair, let's be honest, asylums in general were not great back in the day, so. Yeah, he did. I think Ripper is basically Ripper. Ripper is basically Ripper. I don't have much to comment on that one. He's basically Ripper. I don't think she had a choice from what I remember, so she ran off first chance. I'm pretty sure he ran off, and also, like, it was the early, like, what, it was like the 18-somethings, right? So, I guess their views on abortion would not have been the same as nowadays. Yeah, like, yeah, unfortunately some of these are just like, wow, yeah, they are from a different time period. Unfortunately, I can't really say much about that one. Lawyer was shit, though. Lawyer was shite. All my homies hate Lawyer. What the hell, man? You know, I do actually enjoy that one letter of his on his character day where Marfa was like, man, you tricked Leo into buying that fucking factory? What the hell? I know he's not, like, you know, I know he's not the smartest, you know, he's not the sharpest tool in the shed, but even he knows not to make an investment without, like, you know, without, like, properly studying it. And, like, even he knows to try and make a good investment. So the fact that he made this investment that was very obviously a bad decision means that you probably had some hand in it. What the hell, man? That's fucked up. I actually do enjoy that letter of her being like, yeah, fuck that shit. What the hell, man? Yeah, lawyer literally ruined his friend's life to take his wife. Exactly. You also have to remember that a lot of the survivors were actually hunters, like the whole identity switch thing. So some of them doing fucked up shit is also like, oh yeah, that makes sense. My wife literally got up and left and abandoned. Yeah, poor Emma. Like, I don't know, I just kind of feel bad for her. Like, man, none of this was your fault. I'm sorry. Yeah, Emily over here trying to keep Creature away from her. Yeah, Emily tried her best. She tried her best, and you know, I'm not gonna pretend that she didn't do anything wrong, but like, I feel like she tried her best, and I support women's wrongs sometimes. She tried, lol. Yeah, she gave it a shot. An effort was made, and I appreciate that. Okay, my biggest what the hell when it comes to the whatchamacallit, the lore drops is, what the fuck is wrong with Coordinator? What the hell? Can someone explain that one to me? What happened to Coordinator? We all thought that she was one person, and it turns out she's actually some other person, and it's just like, hey, can we get an explanation for this? And then IDV's like, we're not gonna touch upon this for 5 more years. And it's like, okay, cool. She's a super spy. Yeah, like, she's some kind of spy that has ties with Faro Lady. She was sent in to do something. I don't fucking know. IDV lore is its own fucking thing, man. Let's just say she's Art of the Black Hearts from Adventure Bros. Yeah. Easier to understand. I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know anything about that one. I'm just like, man, what the hell? Y'all, what the hell, man? You gotta not drop so many bombs on us. Or if you're gonna drop these bombs on us, can you at least do it in a way that makes my life a little easier? Dancers has 3 names. I could not keep out. Yes, okay, so Dancer, that one I actually do understand a little bit, because that one, her story's a little older, and we knew about that one a little bit longer than we knew about Coordinator's bullshit. So, she started off in the Lakeside Village. She starts off in Lakeside Village. Her name, I believe, was what was her name again? Let me just look that up real quick. What was that one again? Give me a second. Just gonna do a little research on that one. And that's her lore. Okay, so she, her original name was Natasha, I believe. Her original name in Lakeside Village was Natasha. And then she met Sergei when the circus was traveling through, and she left with Sergei. And when she joined the circus, she took the name Natalie. So Natasha became Natalie. And then, in the circus, she had a bad time. And then, circus burned down, and then she escaped, and then she used Margaretha as a new name, so that she could leave the circus behind forever. I was just mad she was playing people and Happy Acrobat saw for her. The thing about Acrobat is like he's so mad about other people being like upset about the circus is that he didn't realize that he was the only one who actually enjoyed the circus. It's like everybody else was treated horribly by the circus, and he's coming from this position of, I don't understand why you're so upset. And it's like, well, cause they got fucking tortured, bro. Cause they were mistreated. Of course they don't fucking like it. So as much as he had a point on like calling the other characters out, I also was kind of like, brother, you gotta be a little more empathetic to them. This was not a good time for them. They had a bad time. I think he was adopted by the master, who was Muro's uncle. I don't even know if he knew they were being tortured. I don't think he knew the full extent. He did not understand the full extent. He knew a little bit about it. But I don't think he really clocked that they were having a horrible time until the killing game. I just remember he liked it and wanted to do better, and then Daddy praised him. He was happy. Yeah, pretty much. Like, he did not know the worst of it. And that's why he was so upset. And then, like, once the game happened, he realized, no, everybody else was treated horribly. He was the only one that didn't really, you know, have that. Even Muro was treated like shit, man. He's related by blood. Yeah, Muro was treated like shit. One thing that the story mode did do is that they introduced us to Violetta's survivor side. And I'm like, what? That would be so fun to play as. It would be so fun to play as Violetta as a survivor. Unfortunately, there are certain things that would happen that makes it... So, the unfortunate thing about survivors is that because of how they're coded in the game and how, like, interactions work, it kind of prevents them from doing interesting survivor designs. Like, you can do wheelchairs for Galatea, you can do spider legs for Violetta, you can do the wheel for Breaking Wheel, but you can't do as much crazy shit for the survivors. And I think that is a sad drawback. She had such a sad story. She just dies. She just fucking dies. What the hell, man? Yeah, that's true. The only unique new model we got was Little Girl. Yeah, because you have to think about, like, pulling down the pallet. You have to think about vaulting. You have to think about Balloon struggling and rescuing and all these animations. They probably never want to do it again. Yeah, unfortunately, like, you have to stick to a survivor model for a lot of these things to work. They have to re-rig the model, and you have to consider all these tight passages. Like, for example, going through Priestess's portal, vaulting, and you can't overlay any animations over. You can't overlay any animations. Hopping onto the toy merchant's catapults, you have to re-rig that. Getting carried by a cowboy, gotta figure that one out. Like, there are so many things that, like, survivor stuff has to be configured to versus hunters. Hunters are allowed a larger range of expressions, and that is sad. It is unfortunate, but there's no way I could really come up with of fixing that one. Little girl interaction, even furniture is different. Yeah, like, you have to re-rig everything because it's a whole different model. No, there isn't. We're lucky we even get unique models next year. So yeah. Sometimes it is what it is, you know? This is not just a criticism against IDV, this is a criticism against 4v1 games in general. Because when you play the hunter side versus when you play the survivor side, survivors have to have a more generic model so that they can do all the animations. And they can do all the things. All games that have this type of this style character pool do this. Is just easier. It is just easier. And unfortunately, there's a lot of like gameplay mechanics that go into it too, like readability. Like, you want the survivor silhouettes to be similar. Like, Embalmer is a really good example of this. You can instantly spot, or I guess actually Lawyer would be, you can instantly spot the survivor versus the hunter. And if they did a Violetta survivor model, it would be really easy to confuse her survivor model with her hunter model. So you might not be able to tell that immediately off the top of your head. And that's why they have the red outlines, but even if you have the red outlines, it might confuse you for just a second. Especially if you're looking at in the distance and you see Violetta survivor model, you might mistake it for a hunter model. And that's something that's very difficult for game balance to fix. At least League has unique per character, although they are a huge company. I mean, small indie company. League, not so much. I wish they would do more interesting designs. It would be nice. The last monster one we got was Rek'Sai, I think, right? Like, I wish we would do more interesting things. And not the same old hot lady, hot man, big old muscles. Like, I don't know. Something different would be nice every once in a while. Just saying. We'll learn about it in class too. I was just like, nah, I'm gonna rig individually because we couldn't figure out how to do the overlay of models on old rigs. Yeah. Oh, that's true. Yeah. Muscle Mommy Alawi? Why autocorrect? Probably because Alawi is not very common. I want to watch other shows, but I can't unless I sit down and focus. And I'm so unfocused right now, stressing over other stuff. Unfortunately, watching stuff does take focus, and it's just, oh, that's again why I read manga a lot, and why I do wiki reading, so that if I lose focus, I can go back in the middle of it. Hi, Chibi Zewa, welcome.
这是我所知道的全部。
I can't even do the oh jeez. Rip.
总督阁下，你太
Yeah, I had to speedrun a couple of application stuffs earlier because that cold took me out. The cold took me out so bad that I was like, oh. Right now I'm working on the mod for Look Outside. I'm out of story, so I can't code the story. And I'm pulling my hair. Oh. You know what I might recommend? I might recommend doing a little or mojab, something like that. I won't specify what they are until it turns out well, I'll put it that way. I don't want to say what they are until it turns out okay. But yeah, like what you might want to do is you might want to look at other stories and other mods just to get inspiration, or maybe like to break writer's block a little bit. Or fanfiction, that also helps. Because a lot of times what writer's block really is your brain going, I don't have enough of the fundamentals to move on. And it sometimes going back to the basics and going back to the fundamentals helps with that a little bit. Not always, just sometimes. Never thought about fanfiction. Yeah, there is enough on the character actual story to make up stuff without going, oh, see, and I really hate that. Yeah. Unfortunately, a lot of times when you go into stories that don't have a lot on the specific thing that you're going, a lot of times fanfiction is where that stuff really starts to come through and shine. Oh, thank you for the follow. Hi. Yo, mobile gaming, let's go. Yes, I am a rare species of mobile gamer. I don't have a capture card, so I am streaming off of Discord. I'm also a mobile gamer. Let's go! Mobile gamers unite! I love mobile gaming. You'll enjoy. Well, first time, woo, nice. You'll enjoy it. Yeah, bless you. Thank you. Oh my god, I hate having a cold. I hate having a cold. Okay, I don't understand, but alright. Okay. Is that it? I don't understand. I didn't read. What am I doing?
赤灵，手剑，我来解决。邪气更激。忍存身至。
I got roasted as a mobile player before, so I'm glad I found more people like me. I get roasted by my friends all the time for being a mobile player. You and I, buddy, we are in it together. We are in the same boat. And mobile gaming is actually the superior form of gaming. Because I pose you this. If you are a PC gamer, are you able to play while you're comfy in bed? No, you have to sit up at a fucking desk, right? Us mobile players, we don't gotta worry about that. We get to play wherever the hell we damn please. Thank you very much. I don't, okay. I guess we just keep going. I guess I just keep going.
我来解决。放轻松，有我。邪气更激。忍存身至。
I don't understand. What? Am I just killing them too fast or something? I feel like this is too easy. Am I stupid?
跨境惊现。
Oi, 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 oi. Like one day I come to a stream, the streamer said that woo mobile player don't exist, and I said I'm a mobile player since day one. And the streamer said, I mean, even if you play on mobile, the majority don't, so mobile players still don't exist in my eyes, and they won't even be able to clear content in this game. And I was like, oh, okay, leave. I'm too tired to reply more, so I just left that stream. My hot take is that if you are going to make a game that is available for mobile platforms, you have to take into account mobile gaming. And that's one of my biggest fucking gripes with Wuwa's combat system, is that it is so much more catered towards PC and console gaming that it kind of neglects mobile gaming a little bit. Here's the thing. Someone was praising Wuwa's combat system because there's a thing at the bottom of the bar, right? The concerto bar, that tells you what button to press. And they're like, oh, that makes the combat so much nicer. And I'm like, if you're on mobile, you don't get that fucking button. You just have to suffer and breed. So I think Wuwa should absolutely have something for the mobile players. They should actually put mobile players into their consideration, because otherwise, what the fuck do you have a mobile version for? If you're gonna make a mobile version and you're not gonna fucking do anything, like, with it, you're just gonna pretend that we don't exist, I don't think that's a good thing. I think you are losing out on market share. That's a poor decision for your player base. Yeah, I am a proud mobile player, thank you very much. I like mobile gaming. I like being able to play wherever the hell I damn please. And if I want to play my video games in the bed, I can. Because I am eepy and I don't want to go to my desk. Even though my desk is right here. I do not care. I'm eepy.
不许后退，让我继续下。
Okay, okay. Beat them up, please. Please beat them up. I swear to God. I wish I could, but my neck problems. Unfortunately, that is not for everyone. Sorry, not Wooba. Mobile gaming does mean that like you fuck up your neck a little bit, and that is unfortunate.
紫烟西方城市，
Like there have been a couple of times where I've had neck problems from gaming a little too much on my side, and I'm like, ah shit, ah shit. There have been times where I slept on my side too much, my ribs started hurting. And I was like, okay, maybe I'll sleep on my back for a couple of days just so I don't have that happen.
我来解决。放轻松，有我，邪气退击。忍随身至，心力诸神，赤灵，属性，谁才是凡人之鸟？
When I was sick, I would play stuff at like 3 a.m. because that's just when I woke up because I slept the entire fucking day. Oh yeah, I have to sleep on top of on a cushions all perfectly placed so I can have stable neck support. If not, I wake all messed up, which usually happens because I move at night. Yeah, unfortunately, for people who need like neck support, like mobile gaming is a little bit more on the rough side. That sounds pretty good. 3 a.m. breakfast. Ooh, yeah, 3 a.m. breakfast, baby.
抓住新的灵感，
I've had 3 a.m. breakfast before, just because I was just like, ah, damn it. I want something to eat.
于一种中梦轻轻挣扎，别让我无聊。
Okay, I think I'm starting to understand this a little bit better now. I think I got the hang of this a little bit more. Excuse you? Great, wonderful. Alright, okay then. How much do I have? Ooh, not bad. What do you have here? What's your thing? Cast through resonant skill covers 1 point of chance, dude. Damage multiplier of. Oh. That's a lot of words. I'm not reading that. I don't want any of that. Alright, we'll do this part and then we will call it a night. Oh, there's so many here! Let's go! My render distance is not good, so I probably missed a couple back there, but that's okay. Oh, is that it? I can't go forward? Okay. What are you doing here? Is that it? Do you have no more flowers for me? You don't have any more flowers for me. Aw, dang it. Ah. Well, fine. I guess this will be enough. Oh shit, I'm out. Watch me care what your mechanic is.
既是醒目，仍可留下希望与救赎。
Okay, there we go. I think we're good now. I'm gonna grab that. Alright, I'm gonna call it a night because I am EP and I am tired and oh my god, he wants me to fight again. Okay, I'm gonna call it. Bye! See you guys later. I don't know what I'm gonna stream next, I'm gonna be honest. My schedule's so sporadic right now. This is what happens when I get taken out by something. Alright. See you guys later. I'll get some music on for the background. Oh, what was my music? What was my music? There we go. Alright, bye!